What's up, guys? It's your girl Haley Pro, aka the SoundChick here. Featured for today's interview, we have a pretty unique band with us today. This is Undercroft. This Atlanta local band crosses over genres of progressive metal and rap in their music, which makes for a thrilling listening experience. Not only that, but the content of their music is based heavily on a book that one of their members, Zach, is currently writing. We dig into this a little bit deeper during our discussion so that you guys can learn all about what this book entails, how it relates to the music, and much more. We get into some other topics too, like how the band members met each other in some way, shape, or form while attending music school here in Atlanta, and more. So if you want to get into a new, unique band and you dig the genres of progressive metal and rap, definitely keep on listening. This is Undercroft is totally for you.
I'm Zach. I play guitar and sing.
I am Charles Trey. I rap, play a little guitar.
I'm Steven. I play drums for This Is Undercroft.
This Is Undercroft has a pretty unique backstory to the whole music side of it. I'm aware that the name and some of the content in the lyrics has to do based on a book or a story. So take me through the beginning of how this band formed. How does this book and this current project relate to one another?
Yeah, that's a good question. In 2016, I had already written some books and I played in some bands, and I couldn't really pick what I wanted to go after the most. So I was like, what if I just do both and make it the same thing? Which was a cool idea, but then I was like, now I have to actually implement that. And so over time, as I was writing the music, I was coming up with ideas for the story, and decided that not only would we be band members, but we would have this alternate universe thing where we were mobsters that fought demons. And I got that idea just from listening to a lot of rap and rock and roll. And I thought, what if you take some of these lyrics that aren't true and pretended like they were true and made a story around that idea?
Right. That's kind of interesting. I definitely think that it's a unique story to get into when you're reading it. But what's really unique is the fact that you guys are turning a piece of literature into a different form of entertainment, which is music.
I mean, yeah, you just kind of, you let it through. You basically told us, this is how the song is. This is what I'm going for. I'm going to make, the music and the book coincide with each other. So it would change our lyrics somewhat. But some of it is you would change the lyrics to the book also, switch back and forth.
So a lot of times I had written song lyrics and Trey had written song lyrics, and the songs were written, more from personal experience still. And then I would find a way to make those personal experiences fit the book as opposed to the other way around.
Right. That's interesting. Did you find that blending that perfect, happy median between the two of those things, was that difficult in the writing process, or was it fairly easy for you guys?
It was difficult, I'd say, mostly.
It was kind of difficult.
Sometimes it just clicked and it just happened,
Right. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, because there was one time where Trey, there was just a lyric that I heard and I thought the lyric was funny, and it was a double barrel poppy ass boy meant to shoot.
Oh yeah.
And so I was literally like, that's gonna happen in the book. You're gonna shoot somebody in the butt with a shotgun. And so yeah, I ended up, there's a whole chapter where that happens.
I love it. How did you guys come to meet each other? Were you guys all friends, or was this kind of a, you saw an ad somewhere and then, you met up, did an audition? How did This Is Undercroft come to form with its, individual members?
Well, me and Zach met at Atlanta Institute for Music. We were both going for our recording certificate. I think you was in guitar too.
Yeah.
And basically just about the end of the year before we graduated, Zach was looking for a rapper that he could use for this blend of metal and rock to go within it. So he went to a few other guys, and then I think I was the last guy.
Yeah,
he went to
the fifth guy.
I was the fifth guy, so I wasn't the number one person. But I ended up working out. When he told me what he was trying to do, he really didn't explain the story side of it yet, but he just told me the music side. He kind of hinted at the book side, but this was something that I was kind of wanting to do, because I've seen other rappers kind of mix that rock in with their music, and I was like, yeah, this is exactly what I'm trying to do. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, all right, well, I guess we'll get started. And the rest is history. We just look for band members, other band members but it kind of started with us too.
So then I was working a job with Steven, and I showed him the music, and he was in charge of the job, so he was just kind of like, yeah, it's cool, whatever. But when COVID hit, nobody was really working, and
when Zach showed me the music, I was just like, didn't really know what to expect, because I'm also an artist, so I like hearing other people's music, and it's kind of rare that for me sometimes that I run into really talented musicians that I am, friends with or become friends with, or I don't know, that they feel comfortable showing me their music. So Zach showed me a song. I think it was like Start a War, maybe.
Hitting Sirens, yeah.
Something like that, yeah. And I was just like, he was hinting at the idea you needed a drummer. And I told Zach, I was like, I can play drums, and I was listening to it. And I was, I don't know, I just thought that you probably need another drummer. This is really difficult. It's more complex, but I don't know. Like Zach was saying, when COVID hit, he hit me up, and we just got together and really listened to the songs more. And man, we were able to play a show, a live stream thing, which went really well. And I ended up learning the songs pretty dang close to the way that they were originally written. So, but I also went to AIM, so not when these guys went, but yeah.
We all met at music school.
We all met at music school in some form or fashion.
That's really cool. I like that you guys, all came to meet each other, because I can hear a whole range of where you guys have your own unique, influences, and you guys incorporate that into the music that you are making together, and it works pretty brilliantly, and it especially makes the story come to life a lot more. So I really dig it. I know that you guys talked about COVID a bit. Have you guys found that this time that we're in has prevented you from doing anything that you wanted to do with This Is Undercroft? Has it been, hard to get together, or even doing the live stream? Did you notice any difficulties performing not in person?
Well, we say live stream loosely. It actually hasn't even been aired yet, and we shot it ago. But definitely I wanted to hit the ground running and just be doing show every day we could, and obviously we couldn't. And so in a way though, COVID kind of helped put the band together, because Steven wasn't as busy anymore, and I really wanted to play a show. And so what happened was I said, you want to just like shoot a music video? And everyone was like, how? Everything's closed. And I was like, well, my parents have this land out in the woods, and I have an iPad, so let's just put 2 and 2 together. And
that was like coming out of the quarantine, kind of like.
Yeah,
we were all like, hey, I haven't hung out with anyone in months. How are you? And I had never met Trey. I think it was my first time meeting him, and first time really hanging out with Zach outside of work. I hadn't seen him in a while. I don't know, we just met out in Douglasville?
No, this was kind of between Hogansville and the Grange.
Yep.
Just in the woods, and literally.
Zach had it all planned out, him and Trey, and we just did bottle of Henny, some little backwoodsy video. It kind of turned out cool.
Basically, COVID has not like stopped practice. We can practice easy with COVID, but everything else is kind of difficult. Except the live stream. Live stream was pretty good.
Yeah. I think the people who were doing production for it, they weren't getting a lot of work because of COVID as well, so they were happy to oblige us.
Right. Yeah. It definitely seems like COVID has helped you guys a lot, and has even been sort of a benefit. I mean, being able to meet each other for like the first time, or get together again after a long period of time of not seeing each other, like that's really cool. And the fact that you guys are able to still do practices pretty easily right now, not many bands can say that. And I think that that's really cool that it's been a pretty positive experience for this band. When shows become a thing again, do you guys have an idea of a venue you would like to play at?
I really want to. Me and Steven were talking about Furnace 41.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Of course, the new Masquerade.
Yeah. Oh, that would be good.
I definitely wanted those, both of those.
Both of those, yeah. I honestly, like, I used to play out in a band years ago, and a lot of the venues that we played aren't really around anymore. So I kind of need to do my homework on that, to be honest.
I want to take us to the 5 spot, and you don't know where that is?
No.
Little 5 Points. There's a venue called 5 Spot, and then like East Atlanta Village.
Oh yeah.
There's some good spots there. Yep. I don't know. Might go off well.
I know Trey said some things, but
the Earl, maybe.
I'm not sure I don't remember what venues you had talked about before.
No, this is a lot of different. There's a lot of different types of clubs, and that's what I just want to be able to get all of them, except like Spanish clubs. Obviously, we don't have anything to relate to Spanish clubs.
Yeah, I think it would be, pretty sick to see you guys at a live venue. I think it would be one hell of an experience.
We'll invite you.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I'm down. Let's talk about your debut album, Start a War, for a little bit. It incorporates, an obvious concept theme, but it also brings, a uniqueness to the musical style. So for those who haven't listened to your music yet, what can they expect when listening to your music in general?
I'm kind of an outsider, maybe, listening and playing. I would say it is refreshing. It's familiar, places that kind of been and heard, but it's in a different way. And what I like about it is it's from Atlanta. I haven't really heard a group that sounds like this around here. And honestly, I've kind of been looking for like a progressive metal hip hop group, to do my thing in and help, make some music. But I don't know. I think it's a mix of like, Zach could probably hate if I say certain bands. I'll just leave it out. I don't know.
But it's definitely got a hybrid to it. It's a hybrid
It's a
type
hybrid
of sound.
Yeah.
That probably won't have a name for it now, but later it'll definitely have a name.
It sounds like new. I don't know. It sounds like
like new.
Like fuck. One of my favorite songs off of that record was it called Just a Dream?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you heard that song?
Yes.
Just a Dream?
Yes.
That's one of my favorite ones. And like it just has a good mix of Trey and Zach back and forth, and like the atmosphere of the music. And I don't know, it's kind of like, I would say that Zach has kind of a Blink 182 sort of, not necessarily the band, but maybe what's his name?
Tom.
He has a Tom sort of thing going on, and not just that, but like Tom and
pinpoint a sound.
It's hard.
I know that I didn't ever want to be boxed into a genre. So a lot of times when I was writing the guitar parts out, which usually came first, if I was playing one genre for one part of the song, when we switched to like the chorus or something, I would almost deliberately be like, let's pull from another genre now.
Right. No, I think that that's really cool. I do think that in today's music scene in general, this could literally go for any genre. The subgenres that play into, country, rap, rock, or even metal, it's too much. And sometimes bands feel boxed in, or they feel like they can't exactly pinpoint where they really fit in. So it puts a lot of stress on the bands right now, just because there's too many,
Yeah.
I definitely like that I'm seeing more bands incorporate a crossover style. And I agree with the fact that, your band, a crossover between, progressive metal to rap is definitely unique. And you don't see it in this Atlanta local scene, usually. It's definitely new. And I actually agree with the refreshing and familiar side as well. It feels nostalgic in a way that I didn't expect. It was really cool. Like, it kind of made me think back to, the video games or the storybooks that I would have read as a kid. Yeah, it was definitely really cool to listen to the whole album and feel something that I really didn't expect to really feel.
Awesome. Yeah, I definitely, I like video games a lot, and I find myself playing guitar along to video game music, so that makes me really happy that you said that.
Yeah, it was new and unexpected. I heard some favorites mentioned by Steven, but Zach and Trey, what are some of your favorites off this album?
I love Sirens. Sirens is my favorite song by far. I love playing it. I love singing it. That and Start a War too, because Start a War was the first song that I wrote, and I realized I wanted to, I had the idea that I really wanted to do something different with that one.
I think I got two favorites. I like Bottle of Henny, and then I like my song, I don't know.
Peace, Love, Love.
Yeah, Peace, Love, Love. I forgot my own song. I love
that song.
Peace, Love, Love too. Bottle of Henny, I just like it because I get to go just crazy. That's what I wanted to just channel like that inner in an Eminem or something, and just go crazy while the guitar is going crazy. And I just have a lot of fun performing that too.
Oh yeah. No, I totally get it. Who would you say is the ideal listener for your band?
Dude, I've been asking myself that like every day.
We don't know. Everybody. It's been a little bit of everybody.
My thought has always been, I've always had friends that I've been hanging out with, and I'll hear their playlist, and there's a Born of Osiris song followed by a Drake song, and then they'll have a Blink-182 song. And yeah, people who have really just mixed libraries and tastes like that, I feel like are probably going to dig it.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I want to bring people together, especially in this time.
Hell yeah. I like that answer a lot. We definitely need that. When it comes to making music in general, or even getting into the music industry, what would you guys say were your biggest inspirations? Like, what led you to making the career choice that is music?
For me personally, I felt like growing up, I sucked at everything. I mean, I was just even talking to people, sometimes I was bad at just the most simple things that people get a hold of. I was just terrible at it. And when I was 17, I picked up a guitar and started strumming some chords and singing, and everyone around me, it's like their eyes lit up. And I was just like, oh, I guess I'm good at this. Maybe I should do that. And I mean, that was pretty much the end of it. I just kind of was like, that's what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to play music, and if it doesn't work out, oh well. That was kind of my thought process anyway.
For me growing up, I was pretty bad at school too, just like grades wise, but I was always into music, into theater, into everything, and that's what I kind of grew up just doing, and I really honed in on that, just to know that they probably won't know me by grades, but they'll definitely know me because of how they rocking with me. I picked up a guitar at the age of like 13 after one of my best friends had passed away, and he played, and he put me on Jimi Hendrix and everything. He ended up dying of diabetes, and after that I bought my own guitar and I started learning and playing for like little shows and churches all across Mississippi. Then I came to Georgia and started at the Atlanta Institute for Music. Basically, I've always knew that music, or just entertainment in general, was gonna be my path, because that's where my strengths were. So I played with my strengths.
I was just bored. I just needed something to do with my energy. And my dad played guitar a lot when I was growing up, when I was a kid. So I'd see him play, and I just wanted to do that. I wanted the magic. And so I got into bands in middle school, and then I went into high school, and I had a place called actually it was in Warner Robins, Georgia, Little House Storage, this storage facility that my dad had some bands when I was in the mid-90s, and that's where they were rehearsed. And so I remember I always thought it was really awesome to go over there and see his band play. And I just kind of ended up doing that, out of boredom and out of just something cool to do. I found some friends that like to do that as well, and we like to maybe smoke pot and play music. Toka, high school. It's good reason to ditch school and to just go to the shed and rock out and just forget about everything else. And that was our place. And then it just turned into, I knew I wanted to do music as more than just, in a local town, and I wanted to learn more about audio. So I went to Atlanta Institute of Music. I don't know. It just kind of created my life around music and entertainment.
Hell yeah. To close us out here, tell me and my listeners here where they can discover This Is Undercroft. Where can they listen to your music?
ThisIsUndercroft.com, and it should be on Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music. It should be on everything. YouTube, yeah.
YouTube.
We got a music video up there, and then the first weekend of March, we're gonna actually air that live stream.
Hey guys, it's a SoundChick here again. I hope you enjoy the interview with the guys from This Is Undercroft. In the meantime, don't hesitate to go and check out their music. It's unique, it's nostalgic, it brings something that you are truly not going to expect. You can find them on YouTube, Spotify, or on their website at thisisundercroft.com. So go do it right now. Trust me, it's worth it. As always, I enjoyed having you on this broadcast, and I look forward to having you on the next one. If you would like to stay up to date on news regarding my artist interviews or music reviews, please make sure to follow me on my social media accounts. For Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at Real SoundChick, or on Facebook at The SoundChick. This is a great place to see all of the updates and all of the stuff that I'm doing right now on my website. I look forward to meeting and chatting with each and every one of you there. As always, rock on, my dudes.
The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed by the interview subject belong solely to themselves and not necessarily the SoundChick or its sponsors. We thank you for tuning in and look forward to seeing you on the next broadcast.